Akuaka against our touch a fuzo. You wake in a moon. Akabu Tumoy in a woo, and my encouraging as a lot more TV, Otumo Mopana Palot Angela, Anuki Uso, Otuba Hoop and Sara representing Otu when if any the anime, a banota tabuno joto, a look one man, a young man, like a canabolo wimbo, a boy of 25 years, now bambo, just as Lolo or Nataraze, or Bune Bugi, Bulukiki. A way to make enter in a police station. Through the help of Trakadina de Keke, away Megidi, Webu no onye budi keke, bo onye vigilante, ndi ojoto. A way to be Sakaduzo and Wekeke, a bekun de Belen Wekeke. What's nobody now Butelia, no onye buisi afu wekabo, when I see at once and I be venine, bo command and the vigilante ojoto. A way to Jidea boy, and Jubasi have a fashion of Bugo the boy, 2 and Billy John no joto. Kiligo wickedness when you would go CB. In Cabos Square, Obama was an MI. As you know, Fuka Robana was a Mela, you lick I'm a long way. Cabos Caboco Aram, you wait you be one way 2 and Billy Macaque. You could have been Quani, you are not Bonamola de Caso, you take a Lagala de Candulu. The days are evil, on your Bonamolan and then the Cacopura Boban as he chata is usually Japan, the Manacake, the awful. You check. Kindly watch this video. Now, up to that point, we can agree that the friends fully supported the gentleman to bring the ball from where it dropped. Let's see what happens next. Now, you now discover that the support was not for the gentleman. The support was for him to bring the ball. After he had brought the ball, the friends had no business with him, and so they dropped him to mind his business. Let me tell you something. In life, many people will like you and support you not for who you are, but because of what they are getting from you. And such people can drop you immediately they've gotten what they wanted from you, or when they get someone who offers better than you. Don't die for people who can drop you like chewing gum after getting what they wanted from you. When you rise to the position of power, fame, and wealth, remember to maintain a heart of humility. The respect, the honor, the support, the convenience are for that position, not for you. If a traffic police officer goes to the road in civilian and begins to stop the motorists, do you think they will stop? Definitely no. Why? Because motorists stop for the crown, not for the person. When you rise to fame and stop doing what brought you there, the same people who held you will begin to mock you, stating how you are finished. Why? Because they followed you not because of who you are, but because of what they were getting from you. As you rise in life, there are people you'll offend just by doing the right thing. There are people you'll offend unknowingly because of the innate human weaknesses. Now, those don't matter. But if you choose to use your power and position to show people the material you are made of, then believe you me, when that position is gone, you will suffer guilt and even become paranoid. Remember, you can run away from your enemies, but you can't run away from guilt. And so also, if you use your power and position to impact lives, even if the people don't appreciate you, even if they don't reciprocate, your self-worth will be lifted. At any position you are in life, remember you're human and maintain the heart of humility. Thank you.
Kumeya. Onye sina gatanya ho. Mo no ni farusi. Ani we ne farusi. Iwe we iwe no no ma iwe dia leta ani. Ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị. Ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ. Nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ. Wee na-ata ikikere eze. Nwaanyị kunie ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ. Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị n'ime n'iyi. Okwu ebepụ ya isi. Anyị bụ ka anyị kpọpụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo. Ihe ọbụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha si na ha aga n'ihu. Elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ. Anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị. Anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile. Ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ. Anyị kwuo kwesịpụta anyị ka kpọchie. Anyị kwuo kwesịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị. Onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wee hụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị. Akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke. Akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza. Akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu. Akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke. Akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom. Akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizoba. Nna nke dị nsọ. Onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro bi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị. Bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị. Bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe. Bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ. Bịa ka iwe tịtụ ozu. Ọ bụ ọkọwa mgbe m milere Goliath. Chineke nna nke igwe wee memiri Fero. Sikwa otu a mee ka Fero gbagụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị IPOB ka o wee taa akọkọ ikuni ọtọ ọsọ. Ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume. Ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ. Ọ bụ oge ụmụ abụọ ekegere n'igwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ. Kama anyị onwe anyị gwa anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie. Kama mara akọ na okwu gị na-anọgide gị mgbe ebighị ebi. Ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi. Anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ. Bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ. Bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe. Bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị. Bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa. Ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma.
Going 2 years now, for good 2 years, we have observed every Monday as sit at home. But we have cooperated in the spirit of observing every Monday for sit at home. We have also found out that we are losing our economic base, and most importantly, we are losing jobs and business opportunities. As a representative of the good people of Anambra South, Nnewi not being the political capital of Anambra South, we deem it fit to say we will not continue to have sit at home on Mondays. Yes. From this Monday, every business venture will be open for business. We have our men, we have our system. We know saboteurs will try to come to sabotage us, but we are resolute to fight any aggression that will come into this town. Yes. And that statement, to be precise, I've heard from, what's that his name? Simon or one Simon that hailed from the This is a warning to Simon. For 17 good times, you have mentioned the time and I did not reply. 17 good times, and I'm replying you today. I've never ever mentioned Ifayoba or Newi again. You have your parents in the body there. Their state is ABC state. And you have never ever one day mentioned their state in the body. Everybody don't observe it at home. You are in Finland contesting for councillorship or whatever. You go to your job on Mondays, but you want to ridicule us. You want to deprive people because you have communication gadgets, you have internet to run propaganda. I am elected officer of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and I represent the people of Anambra South.
Yes.
To you, Simon Eva, and your co-travelers, for any one of you to mention sit at home again, you will start charity this at home. You will start preaching sit at home from the April before you continue to mention Anambra State and Nnewi. You are seeing Nnewi and Anambra State as a drain pipe for your enterprise, for your dubious enterprise. I am telling you, Simon Eva, be careful. Be careful. Be careful. I will say more than this. You have mentioned me 17 times, and I'm only replying you once. Try me, you will see. Go and then observe it at home in the room. And then also your father, your family, go and observe it at home in their village. And this other house in another alone.
The new assembly will resolve to give it a very serious push. I've started that push by having a meeting with the family of Nnamdi Kanu some few days ago. I'm in contact with the lawyers. We have been talking in the last 1 week. So what our resolve is that we are going to give it a new dimension of legislation and also push. But for us, for 2 years now, we've been observing sit at home, and we don't really appreciate the economic value or downturn the sit at home has brought hardship to our people instead of fortune. So for me and my people, we will not continue with the sit at home. We must go about our businesses on every Monday. Okay. Hey! By personal person.
Good evening, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. I welcome you to this evening program in IPOB Western Cape, South African media. We are live in all our social media platforms. We are live in YouTube. We are live in our Facebook page. I welcome you all to this evening. As you already know, today is Monday, the 24th of July, 2023. Today is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's day. The day we observe our weekly Monday sit at home in Biafraland for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Fellow Biafrans, today a lot of things has happened in Biafraland, specifically in Enugu State, where we saw a lot of protests on the streets against sit at home. So I want you to sit back as we go through the event of the day. Before we continue, I want you to share this program in all the platforms where you belong. Invite your friends and your relatives. Like this program as you join us. The first thing you do is to like the program. The second thing is to share the program so that people may see that we are live and join us. I welcome you once again, fellow Biafrans, to this evening program in our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. This is IPOB Western Cape, South Africa media, reaching you from Cape Town, South Africa, live and direct. Fellow Biafrans, my name is Mazi Oyebuchi. I am the Parklands Unit Coordinator and the host of this program, IPOB Western Cape, South African media. I say to you, fellow Biafrans, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, depends your time zone. As you already know, fellow Biafrans, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya. After several days of torture, he was brought back to Nigeria, which is called extraordinary rendition. They took him to court after a series of court adjournments. First, to a high court in Abia State ruled in favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and asked the Nigerian government to free him immediately and also pay him compensation and apologize publicly to him. After that, UN Working Committee come to conclusion that human rights violation was committed against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for the manner in which he was brought back to Nigeria. UN Working Committee instructed Nigeria government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu within 6 months, which came and passed. Nigerian government never release Mazen Kanu according to the directives of UN Working Committee. Again, appeal court in Abuja discharged Mazen Kanu of all charges against him and instructed that Nigerian government should release Mazen Kanu immediately, and that no other court in Nigeria should entertain this case. Nigerian government under Muhammad Buhari S refused to free Mazen Kanu. Now a new government has taken over from him. Still, this new government has not released Mazen Kanu. Fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, while all these things were going on, there was no protest anywhere in Biafraland by any individual, by the governors in the southeast. The only governor that have mustered the courage to call for the release of Mazen Kanu is Soludo. The rest of them keep mute up to this point. All the students in all eastern region kept mute. None of them called their government to release Mazen Kanu because the court has said so. The court in the land has said so. Not even one student came to the street to do so. No individual came on the street to protest and ask government of Nigeria to release Mazen Kanu immediately. None of them did that. But to interest you that after reviewing all these things, the only weapon that Biafra have at hand is sit at home. That is the only weapon at hand. The only weapon in our disposal is sit at home. And we are using it judiciously. We are using it without destroying anybody's property, nor burning anybody's markets, nor killing anybody. We are sitting at home quietly. Biafrans resulted in sit at home in solidarity with Mazen Kanu, who was illegally kidnapped and renditioned back to Nigeria by Nigerian government. Once that Biafrans tried to come on streets, that was last year around November, if I'm not mistaken. Biafrans tried to come on street to protest in Aba. So many of them, over 50 men were mowed down. Over 50 men were murdered under cold blood. And not even one student, not even one local government chairman, not even a single governor in the eastern region or in Igbo land condemned the killing of those men, who did nothing but to come out on the streets to protest for the release of their leader. Today, they were on the streets protesting to stop the same seat at home that is left for us. The same seat at home that we have. They have the vision to come on the street to stop this seat at home. Their mission is to stop the seat at home. Not to ask Nigerian government to release Mazen Kanu. And you will ask yourself, so Nigerian citizens, so they understood the importance of protest. So they understood that you can actually, through protest, for something that you need without being harassed, attacked, nor being killed by anybody. I looked around those who were protesting on the street today to see if I could see any military man who may harass anybody. I didn't see such anywhere. The protest was peaceful, and those who were conducted the protest conducted it in a peaceful manner. Those who participated on this protest did that without fear of being killed by anybody, nor being harassed by anybody, or be arrested by anybody. Everything went according to the plans. No Biafra, nobody disrupted their activities today. Fellow Biafran, today marks it a day for us all to always remember that we Biafrans will never forget all the activities of those governors. We will never forget the activities of the politicians in Biafraland. Those who know what to do but refuse to do it because it is not affecting them. Because sit at home is affecting them, they don't know what to do to stop sit at home. All they could do is to try to punish those who obey the sit at home. They went on to seal the shops of those who couldn't open their shop today because they were sitting at home in solidarity for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They were sitting at home in solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They said, until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, Mondays will remain a holiday to us. Remember, fellow Biafra, these men were not working for the government. These shops belong to them. They own this shop. They pay the landlord. They can decide to pay the landlord and lock the shop for the duration of the year. They are not owing anybody. They are not owing the government of Enugu State. They are not owing their landlord. All that they did is to lock up their businesses just to protest, just to say, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the people are going around selling their shops because they found themselves in a position of government. If those people who are selling those shops were not in government, would they have the right, or rather, would they have the audacity to go and sell the shop of their fellow man who decided not to open his shop? Well, before I proceed, fellow Biafrans, I want to play a video for us. This video is coming from the so-called Enugu State Student Union. I never knew there's something like Enugu State Student Union. This is the first time I heard about it. All these days of ASU strike, all these days of all manner of impunity going on in Nigeria higher institutions, we have never witnessed these people gathered like this to ask questions. But we see all of them yesterday. Suddenly they spring up to life. They came alive. They began to tell us how important education is. But they will not tell their government how important is education when they collected money from them to pass them and graduate them from university. They will not tell the government how important it is for them to pay for their lecturers to sleep with them, or they pay money to get a pass from their course. This student union is not alive when the cultists will come to the streets, to the campus, and do all manner of evil against their fellow students. This same student union will keep mute when ASU will go on strike and keep them at home for 2 good years. These people were not alive all these things, when all these things were happening. But suddenly, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB is involved, suddenly they are alive. They have come to life. All of them are talking. All of them are speaking out now. All of them are saying, trying to tell us how important education is, how it is important that you go to school every day. As if we don't know that. We know all these things, but we must do what we must do. One of the things we must do is to push the Nigerian government to a state or to a position where they will not have any other option than to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because that is I think the best thing for these people to be doing in the first place is to ask Nigerian government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so that everything will return to normal. Because you cannot stop this. This is beyond any governor in the southeast. This is beyond any governor in Biafraland. To stop sit at home, go back months ago. Soludo did the same thing this useless governor of Enugu State, Mba, is doing today. Mba didn't ask Soludo, why did you stop? Why didn't you continue asking people, threatening people, calling all manner of protest? Soludo did it. He failed. And this Mba has failed because today, people has proven again to him that they don't listen to him. All they want is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. And everything will be normal. Everything will return back to normal. That is all. If you watch the streets when they were protesting, all the shops were locked. Not even one shop is open. All of them. So will Mba be calling people on Monday to come on the street to protest? So what is the need? If people will be coming on the street every Monday to protest, the activities are still granted. Shops are still closed. Your own government workers are not in the office. Shops are closed. No buses run. Buses are not running. Keke is not running. Okada is not running. So what is the need for all these things? Why can't you use this energy that you have, call these people together, more crowd will come, and you protest on the streets, the same way you are protesting today, asking Tinubu to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That will be more honorable. That will pay more dividends to whatever you want to do. But if you don't do that, Mba, you are going to end where Soludo ended. Soludo tried, he did everything that you are doing today. Soludo did it. Soludo didn't succeed. And he respected himself and went inside his home and go and rest. Because Biafrans have but one leader. Ndị Igbo have but one leader. The only leader that speaks for them is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the only voice that is crying in the wilderness is the same person you people gathered together, contributed money together to go together to kidnap him and remission him back to Nigeria, thinking that the agitation will die, thinking that things will be all right. thinking that Biafrans will go to their house, to your tent, Israel. As some of those people in the agitation advises that Biafrans do. Some of those in IPOB advises Biafrans to go into their houses and sit, go about their businesses, as if Mazam Nekano is nobody. Those who are in IPOB that is advising that Biafrans should stop sitting at home, they are the real enemies. They are the one propelling Mba. They are the one propelling him. They are the one that is pushing him and asking him to do what he is doing today. But one thing that they forgot is that Biafra is spirit. The spirit of Biafra has taken over. He has possessed all the people in Biafraland today. That is why, come with all your threats, they will never listen to you. They understood that Martin the Kanu is the only voice that is really speaking for them. And all these governors were there when Fulani men were murdering their mothers, raping their sisters, killing their fathers, and doing all manner of evil in our land. None of these people that is gallivanting up and down today did anything about it. None of them, not Mba, not one of them. The only person, the only voice that were shouting, crying, looking for ways to solve this problem is Mazam the Kanu. And today the same voice is seated, or rather is dumped in solitary confinement in DSS dungeon in Abuja. And the people that he was crying for their safety and they're doing everything for them to be free, resulted to civil disobedience. And you, Mba, have decided against the warning of this man. Listen to this man. This man warned, but Oba refused to listen to this man.
We cannot enter anybody's house to drag them out. Don't sit at home. Come out. We cannot do it. We will be infringing on their fundamental human rights. They have freedom of choice. Ours is to make the environment conducive for those who want to come out and go about their businesses. We have a duty to protect them.
It is their choice. You don't force anybody to come and open his own shop. The shop you did not open for him. The business belongs to him. He's the one who pays the rent. He's the one who decides what to do with his business. If he decides to close down the business today and go to vacation, Mba, you cannot stop him. If they decide that they are not going to open their shop for 1 week, Mba, you cannot force them. It is their duty. You are not paying them. They are not under your payroll. It is those who are under your payroll that you will dictate for them what they should do. Not those, not somebody who is the boss of his own. Your own duty as the chief security officer of the state is to provide security. That is all. Provide security for the citizens and indigents of the state. You make sure that those who come out are protected. Those who are on the street are protected. Even while they are at home, you make sure they are protected. But for you to come and force them that they must come and open their shop, you are joking. In fact, why don't you go and see all, because I know that all the banks in Enugu State, no one open today. Go and see those banks now. You know they will sue your ass. They will sue you to your last couple for sealing their business for 1 hour. They will sue you. Because you see those traders as some people you can suppress and oppress. That is why you have the audacity to go and seal their shop. Go and seal ShopRite. Go and seal all the banks. So that when they sue you, they will sue even your pants. They will sue you to a place where you will never come out. But because you cannot bail out the banks, neither can you go to ShopRite and seal their shops. You went to those poor traders to seal their shops, flexing your muscles on poor people, people that you did not open business for. Shop is theirs. They pay rent to their landlord. Business belongs to them. You didn't give them money to start business. Why do you have to go and seal up their shops because they did not open their shop for a day? Even they want to close it for eternity. It's not a business. It doesn't concern you. So, fellow Biafrans, let me play a video where the so-called Students Union of Enugu State chapter suddenly developed the heart to speak, suddenly developed the muscles, suddenly developed the courage to speak. Now let us listen to what they have
of the greatest Nigerian students, gentlemen and ladies of the press. I am Comrade Priska Okeke, the chairman of the Enugu State chapter of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS. I stand here today flanked by the student leaders from all tertiary institutions in Enugu State to address a matter of grave concern to all Nigerian students in Enugu State. The continuous detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a matter that stirs discomfort right at the heart of the Igbo nation. As Igbos, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our father, our brother, and our kinsman. But beyond all that, as students, we have become the grasses that suffer while the elephants fight. That is why it has become necessary that we join our voices with that of other well-meaning Nigerians to call out for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in line with the decision of the Court of Competent Jurisdiction. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a man that so dearly loves the Igbo nation, and it is on the strength of that love that this entire agitation is premised. He would not in any way be happy that our Igbo land is bleeding, our economy is suffering, and most importantly, the education of the younger generation is beleaguered. This is the burden that this self-imposed compulsory Monday sit at home brings on the Igbo nation. And I ask, do we continue to lose ourselves in a bid to find ourselves? These burdens are too great a price to pay. Education is the bedrock of every nation. That any nation that must grow must allot maximum premium to its education. I stand here today to inform our leaders, Igwes, traditional leaders, and our Igbo brothers and sisters that the cumulative effect of excluding Mondays from the rest of the working days is weighty on our academic calendar. The dire consequence it erases for our education is not a price any region seeking to compete favorably will be willing to pay. In time, our youth and children will not be able to compete effectively with other regions who enjoy an altered academic calendar. We are concerned about the future of our young students in their formative stages because of the mental toll it has taken on them. The idea of sitting at home every Monday has become dangerously fascinating to them, not because they understand the core reason for the sit at home, but because it clearly rules out a weekday and marks for the serious work in the academia. This fascination fits the innate human aversion for work, discipline, which our entire exposure and training seeks to stir. Can we overemphasize the economic implications? Our parents, guardians, and well-wishers are battling a dwindling economic power in the face of outrageous fee hike. Those of us whose parents earn their daily income from their daily businesses are now finding it hard to meet up with payment of tuition fees. The cumulative effect of all this is a direct weight on our education, a weight so heavy that we cannot afford to bear. This press conference is a special appeal to every well-meaning Igbo person to lend voice and support to the task of ending sit at home in Igbo land. It is a special appeal to the entire Enugu people to rise to support the government of Enugu State, who are already at the forefront of ending sit-at-home. His Excellency, Dr. Peter Ndubisimba, cannot effectively help Enugu if Enugu people do not want to be helped. It is a wake-up call to all our students to realize it is our future that it is at stake. This Monday sit-at-home idea is more like one drinking poison and expecting it to kill his enemy. By this press conference, we, the National Association of Nigerian Students, Enugu State Chapter, appeal to our parents, guardians, teachers, government officials, traders, religious organizations, and even the artisans in our society to dissociate themselves from this ruinous activity called Monday sit-at-home that, if not nipped in the bud, could portend significant danger for the Southeast region and the education of the younger generation. If education is the bedrock of every nation, then any venture that sabotages our education becomes our collective enemy. Of the greatest Nigerian students,
Yes.
Of the greatest Nigerian students,
Yes.
Gentlemen and ladies of the press, I am Comrade Priska Okeke, the chairman of the Enugu State Chapter of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS. I stand here today flanked by the students.
fellow Nigerians, the only reason why they call their fellow Nigerians is that when it is hard, they remember their fellow Nigerians. That time, when they want to oppress their own people, they would like to align with fellow Nigerians. If you listen to them, the only time they call for release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is when they want to protest against it at home. They will foolishly, uselessly call for release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will deceitfully call for release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Something that is not from their heart. Something that is not from their heart. She first mentioned the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and joined the fellow Nigerians who has called for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to call for his release. It took this Enugu State Students Union 2 good years to call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. 2 good years. 2 good years is what it took Enugu State Students Union to call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because their governor has said so. It's not because they thought it is necessary for them to call for his release. The only reason why you saw them there is because their governor has instructed and gave them some money for them to call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and use the opportunity to fight against sit at home. They came with emotional blackmail. How is affecting the schools in Igbo land? How is affecting this and that? How you cannot drink poison, expecting it to kill your enemy. These are all emotional blackmail. It is not going to work. When Ifeanyi Ubah came last time, he said that he is pushing. He is pushing for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that he has met with the family, that the push is on. As Ifeanyi Ubah, since how many weeks now, have you come out to tell us the outcome of that push? Have you come out to tell us what did Tinubu say to you people when you guys went to see him? When you, according to you, you were pushing. What came out of that pushing? Tell us. We need to know. We need to know the result of the push. So I will know if it is something that we should be hopeful about or something that we should do something else. But in this manner, after fighting to stop it at home, he failed woefully. Just like Soludo failed, Ifeanyi Ubah failed. Just like Hope Uzodinma failed, Mba is going to fail. Just like all the governors in Biafraland who has been fighting to stop it at home. Both Omahi, all of them fought to stop it at home. All of them failed. Why do you think this stupid Oba will not fail? Mba is going to fail like his brothers, like his comrades. Soludo failed. Ifeanyi Oba failed. Hope Uzodinma failed. Umahi failed. The one in Aba failed. All of them failed. Why do you think that you are going to succeed? I'm asking the Oba guy in Mbaga in Enugu State. Why do you think that you are going to succeed? You are going to make it. You cannot succeed. Biafrans are determined. They are determined. No intimidation will make them not to sit at home every Monday. No intimidation. If you like, seal all the shops. They are not going to come out on the street. Those ones are going to give the shop will also come on the street, come on and open the market on Monday. The only solution is to release Mazi Kanu, because these students, they are saying that sit at home after acknowledging that Mazi Kanu should be released according to court directive and order. She did not tell us the reason why the sit at home was going on in the first place. Has that reason been met? Have Nigerian government released Mazi Kanu? Because that is the reason. Biafrans were not sitting at home for fun. Everybody knows how hard things are in Nigeria. Everybody knows that it's not easy. They are not finding it difficult. We know the effect already. You don't have to come and start telling us, aligning them with us, for us to see. This is what is happening. We know. But we know that the effect is on the government more. That is why Mba is doing what he's doing. Mba is now coming to tell you that if sit at home did not stop, I cannot help Enugu State. So Mba, if Monday is excluded, you cannot help Enugu State. What about the rest 5 days in a week, and the rest 5 or 6 days in a week? So you cannot use it to help Enugu State. It's only Monday that when Monday is booming or working, things are going normal on Monday. That is the only time that you can help Enugu. Well, we are not disputing that. All we ask you to do is to use this medium, go and tell Tinubu the same. Tell Tinubu that because of this sit at home, you cannot help Enugu. That you need to free Mazi Kanu so that this sit at home will stop. So you can help Enugu State. But if you don't do that, and you want to cajole Biafrans, you want to emotionally blackmail Biafrans into disobeying the order, you are a failure. You are a complete failure, Mba. Look at it. You have spent 3 months of your government fighting to stop it at home. Since you were inaugurated, Mba, you have not done another thing. The only thing you are doing is fighting to stop it at home. You have done virtually everything to stop this at home, and you keep failing. You failed today. With all your threats, you still failed. And why do you think you are not going to fail tomorrow? Why do you think you are not going to fail in weeks and weeks to come if Mazi Kanu is not released? Now, dear friends, I want you to watch this.
Someone use themselves test run whether black and white not even come. Almost security about for they sell off shops we no open today. They sell off shops we no open today. They don't go. They don't leave ShopRite, Spa. They don't from us now.
They don't go. They don't leave Spa. They didn't steal Spa, but you saw them selling the shops of those poor traders. What was their crime? They decided to sit at home. They don't want to come and open their shop today. Shop that Mbadi did not open for them. Shop that they use their money to open. Shop that they used to pay their children's school fees. Shop that they used to take care of their family and everything that they are doing. The shop does not belong to Mba. Mba is selling the shop of those people whom he did not give money for to start business. Mba is not the one paying their rent. The landlord did not complain to Mba that since 2 years now that they have been sitting at home, they refuse to pay my rent. The landlord did not complain to Mba. But Mba wants to please his masters in the north. He wants to show them that he can do the job because his government is still shaking. He don't know if he's going to stay there or they're going to remove him. So he wants to be a good representative. He wants to show them that he is strong. Just like Wike did in River State. Wike showed the government of Fulani how strong he is when he was killing the Igbo people in Igbo, flexing muscles, doing all manner of evil things against his own people, thinking that in the north he's going to somehow give him president. After doing all that evil Wike committed in River State, Wike did not even contest for presidency. Not talking of failure. He didn't even have the ticket to go for presidential election. But because of this, he murdered his own people. The same thing is the same thing is applicable to Umahi in Abakaliki in Ebonyi State. Umahi did everything to please the Fulanis. He left his people to stand by Fulani people. He was playing a good servant. He did everything for them to give him the presidency. They failed him. Where is Umahi today? Where is Wike today? They are not presidents. They are nothing. The same thing Hope Uzodinma is doing in Imo State. Hope Uzodinma has finished Imo State indigents because he wants to come back for 8 years, the second time. He wants to tell them, yeah, you see, the first one you gave to me, I performed, I delivered, I finished them, I killed them. I showed them that I am a good slave. Hope Uzodinma is busy killing the Imo people because he wants to be a good servant to Fulani people, a good slave to Fulani people. Hope Uzodinma is killing Imo people today because he wants to secure ticket for a second time and finish what he started. This is what they are doing today. Mba is in Enugu State because he wants to solidify his government because his office is still shaking. It's still shaking because they are still going through court case to ascertain if he's qualified, because from what we are hearing, Mba faked his own certificate. Mba forged his own certificate. 2 days ago, Mba posted that he just bagged what do you call it, diploma in strategic or whatever. He deleted the first one when people started talking. and he wrote something different. Mba is doing all these things that he's doing today for him to be in the good side of Fulani people, on the good side of Fulani people, so that they can leave him to complete his 4-year tenure. The same thing applies to Ifeanyi Ubah. All of them that you see fighting against sit at home, against IPOB and Biafra agitation, all of them have one thing that they were promised, or one thing that they are trying to work so that it will not collapse on their head. That is what they are doing. All of them are good slaves. All of them. They are good slaves, they are masters. They are good, they are house niggers. They are selling the people for their masters to recognize them and give them a good position or a better position, and make them to be and make it seem as if they will be treated differently from other slaves. He forgot that a slave is a slave. You can never inherit the property of your master. You are a slave. You will always eat from the crumbs. The crumbs from the master's table is what you always, for the rest of your life, eat. Same applies to other slaves in the farm. There's nothing different with you and those people that you are killing for your master to see you as a good slave. So, Mba, you are protesting today. Let me see.
We can We cannot enter anybody's house to drag them out. Don't sit at home, come out. We cannot do it. We will be infringing on their fundamental human rights. They have freedom of choice. Ours is to make the environment conducive for those who want to come out and go about their businesses. We have a duty to protect them.
Today, the governor of Enugu State infringed on the rights of the masses by forcing them, by sealing their shops because they did not open it today. This man told you that he cannot go to their houses and drag them out on the streets, that it is their right, they have the right of movement. If I decide that I'm not going to leave my house, you don't have the right to come and drag me out of my house. It is my house. It is my life. I decide where to go and when to go there. I don't have business with you. I don't have contract with you. You did not employ me. So why do you think you can control my life? So Mba, who is saying that no more sit at home, today marks the end of sit at home. Let me tell you something. After marking the end of sit at home today, next week, Monday, you mark another end of sit at home. You keep marking until you are tired, just the same way Ifeanyi Ubah Soludo is tired. Because they have done the same thing you are doing today. You didn't fetch them anything. Sit at home continues. The only reason why Biafrans are sitting at home is for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You cannot blackmail them out of it. You cannot. No governor, no politician, no elder, no Ohaneze, nobody can blackmail them into doing otherwise. Because when they see their leader, they recognize him. They feel the same pain that their leader is feeling. That is why they have decided to forfeit their Monday business in solidarity with their leader. And you that is nobody, unfortunate, useless man, who find yourself in the seat of power, think you can come from nowhere and start fighting something you didn't know when it started. You joined this, you became an Enugu State governor few months ago. Someone has been there. That person did all he could do for these people to stop sitting at home. They refused, and he went home and sit down. And you think you can push it further by going to seal their shop and take away their businesses? Business you did not open for them. If Nigeria is not a lawless country, who give you the audacity, the impetus to even dream of doing it? Can you go to a country where the rule of law is the order of the day and you do that rubbish? You can't do it. You can't even come near. Business will not open for anybody. You can decide to go for holiday for the government workers. That is why when there is holiday, businessmen go to their shops. Holiday does not affect them, but it affects those working with you. Those you are paying, it affects them. Not those who own their business. They can even decide to open their shops on Sunday, if it's permitted. But here you are, trying to play the game of a tyrant. You want to show them that you have power. You can use this power and oppress them. And you are coming back behind to say that you are doing it for the betterment of the same people you are oppressing. You are accusing those who call for it at home of oppressing the people. This is oppression in the highest order. Because it has not been recorded anywhere where those who call for it at home came to their shops to say to them, why did you open the shop? Why? We told you not to open the shop. It has not been recorded. But it is on record today that you, Oba, Mba, and your cohorts has come to oppress the people of Enugu State. The only reason why you became the governor of Enugu State is to stop this at home. And you are fighting diligently, you are fighting tooth and nail to see that you achieve this mission of yours. That is the only reason why. You are not there to fix the rotten infrastructure in Enugu State. You didn't see that there is no hospital in Enugu, good hospital in Enugu State. You didn't see that there is no housing benefits in Enugu State for the government workers. You didn't see those things. You didn't see that the road in Enugu State is messed up. You didn't see the dilapidated houses, buildings, rubbish that littered all the places of Enugu State. You didn't see those things. You didn't see that the water, there is no tap water running in Enugu State. You didn't see that there is no electricity, constant electricity in Enugu State. I'm talking to you now. But you left all these things. The only problem that made the hospital to be ill-equipped, the only thing that caused the road not to be motorable, the only thing that made the tap water not to be running in Enugu State is because people sit at home on Monday. You are a baboon. A complete non-entity. You are a complete no. In fact, you are moo. Coming to say this, you are telling Enugu State that if money at home is not suspended, that you cannot help them. You cannot work for them. If you cannot work for them, resign and get out of that place. That is the honorable thing to do. If the people don't want you to work for them, as you made us to know, they have showed you that they are not going to stop sitting at home on Monday. Because all the states in Biafraland are sitting at home. Enugu State will not be exceptional. Enugu State will not be exceptional. Because Martin Mbekano was speaking for people for Enugu State as well. But you were there when people were praying in Emene. The Nigerian government came there and killed them. Did you call for protest from your location then? Because you mustn't be a governor or a or any office holder for you to condemn any evil that is being perpetrated against your fellow citizens. Your fellow citizens were killed in your state, the same state you are fighting to destroy their solidarity for their leader today. Your own fellow Enugu indigenes were killed. Did you condemn it? Okay, now that you have become the governor, have you opened investigation to find out what really happened and who killed those people, so you can bring them to the book? Did you do that? But the only thing that you have in mind is to stop sitting at home. Let me tell you something, you have failed. You failed and you will continue to fail. After marching on the streets, you come and take the keys and open those shops and be in those shops at the same time. You want them to come on the streets so that you kill them. You send your security, terrorist security men to come and kill them and see how they can hang it on IPOB. You want them to come on the street so you can come and destroy their shop, their goods, steal what they have in their shop, and tag it on IPOB so you can see how you can paint them. You can paint Mazda and the Canon black because it's because people are protesting because they opened their shop. That is why the IPOB attacked them. But you are the one who attacked them. The people of Biafran land, they have come to understand that you people are nothing but destroyers. You don't have their interests at heart. You don't love them. You don't have anything at heart that is good for them. The only thing that you have for them is resentment, hatred. That is why you are pushing them to come on the street on Mondays so you can have opportunity to send your evil thoughts, your terrorists, your security men to come and destroy what they are using to feed their family, so that your terrorists can destroy their goods and kill them even if they refuse to their property be destroyed. But these people are wise. They are wise now. Enugu State traders are wise. Not the traders only. Why didn't you? Okay, now you are going to tell the Okada people who did not come out to carry their passenger today not to ride on Enugu Road again. The transporters, all the transport means, the buses, the keke riders, and all the stuff. You are going to suspend all of them. Huh? Why do you focus on the traders? Why? Why is there so much focus on traders? Why do you focus on those traders? Because you have ulterior motive. You want to destroy their daily income. You want to destroy their business. You want to do it so that you can say to your masters, yes, you see now, we are doing everything to affect these people. We are doing it, you see, now we can call IPOB terrorists, and now we can say it's Mazda Khan who is sending them. The people of Enugu State, I want you people to stand where you are. Don't move an inch. If Oba don't want to work for Enugu, let him resign. Let the person who wants to work, take over the position. If Mba don't know what to do as a governor, let him resign and allow those who know what to do it. It's not a must that you must be a governor. It's not a must. After all, it is not proven that you were voted. It is not proven that you were voted by the people. So I want the people, the traders in Enugu State, in order to move an inch. Don't move an inch. Stand your ground. Mba has failed. This is the last kick of a dying horse. Oba just did his worst. If Mba is sued to court tomorrow, he will not come out victorious because he doesn't have the right to seal anybody's shop. He doesn't have the right to drag anybody out from their house. Oba is a failure. He is crying because the Fulanis are asking him, so you cannot do it, but you say you can stop these people. You say you told us to trust you. Now we've trusted you, and you cannot even stop the sit at home. That made us to give you this governorship ticket power before. Because of that, we are going to. Oba is running helter skelter. Oba is crying. Mba is crying. Mba is running helter skelter. Don't allow Mba to succeed. If they want to kick him out, let them kick him out. If they kick him out, that means you didn't vote for him. If Mba faked his certificate, he is not qualified to be your governor. So allow the Fulanis to deal with him for failing to stop sit at home. You are selling people's shop for no reason. Something that the Nigerian Constitution did not give you the right to do. Where did you get your power from? Where are you driving your power from? Are you go and shut someone's shop? Somebody who is not owing you, is not owing any rent, he's not owing the government. You didn't open the business for him. He opened the business and he's not committing crime. And you went there to seal up his shop because he disobeyed your order. Oba, or Mba, whatever your name is, you have beaten more than you can chew. The spirit of Biafra from today will start dealing with you. Watch how misfortunes will befall you. Watch it. Watch how terrible your life will become from today. I heard that you snatched somebody's wife. You have not come out to debunk it. This is the impunity going on in Nigeria. People are using their power to oppress those that they should protect. You took another man's wife because you are a governor. That is what gave you the power to take another man's wife. Because you are a governor. The man cannot question you. But you can come and condemn legitimate civil disobedience that Biafrans has embarked on. Biafrans will continue to sit at home. Sit at home must continue. The only thing that will end sit at home is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released today, the next minute sit at home ceases to exist for that purpose. That is it. So the best thing to do with your time, with your resources, is to gather these men whom you gather today to protest for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you had brought these men on the street today and said, Tinubu, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they are singing, calling for the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release, you will be respected. It will yield good fruit. The world will see that indeed you are a good governor. You have come to fix things on the Enugu State. But what you are doing now is to complicate issues from the Enugu State by telling them to go against the command and directive of the spirit of Biafra. if they go against the direct dictates of spirit of Biafra, when the calamity will befall them, Mba, are you going to defend them there? When the spirit of Biafra will be dealing with them, are you going to defend them? The answer is no. You are not going to defend them, because what you are even doing, you are not doing it for their own good. What you are doing is for your own good and for your own purpose. You are doing it because you want to secure your post, your office. You are doing it because you don't want Fulani people to change it for you. That is why you are fighting against your own people. But I have never seen anybody that fought against his own people and win. You will always fail. The records are there. Your predecessors, they failed. You will fail as well. You will fail also because you are fighting not a just cause. Remember, you are standing on Biafran soil. You cannot be standing on Biafran soil working against Biafra. The land of Biafra will fight you. And when the land of Biafra fights you, you cannot fight back. So I encourage our people, not only those in Enugu State, but around Biafraland, because what is happening is not only in Enugu State. They are doing everything possible in all states in Biafraland to see that Mazen Bekano is forgotten. That is exactly because they are not, it's not their plans. Their plans with those in IPOB that helped them to kidnap Mazen Bekano, their plans was to totally forget about Mazen Bekano. That is their plan. Their plans is that when we bring him home, don't talk about him. We want him to die natural death. We want people to forget about him. But unknowing to them, the spirit of Biafra is waiting for them. They are fighting today because they failed to silence the call for the release of Mazen Bekano. In fact, the call for the release of Mazen Bekano is getting more ground every month, every day, every Monday. The sit at home is getting tighter. More people are joining. I can see our people in our Akwa Ibom today, they joined for the sit at home. And the fire is burning, spreading wide. So I encourage my people of Biafra, wherever you are located, do not be deceived. These people, the governors, the politicians, the senators, the Ohaneses, and all the name them, they are not for you. The only voice that is speaking for you is the voice that they are trying to silence today. The voice of Mazen Bekano. He is where he is today because he was talking for you. He was speaking for you. He was fighting for you. That is why he is where he is today. And all they want you to do is to show him ingratitude. They don't want Mazen Bekano to be noticed. They want his case to be forgotten. They want his case to be to die down completely, so that they will be going around as if nothing is happening. How do you think that Mazen Bekano will be inside DSS dungeon and things will remain normal in Biafraland? How? Who told you? Which native doctor or pastor told you that immediately you kidnap Mazen Bekano, peace will return, there will be peace in Biafraland? Who told you? Don't you know that the person is deceiving you? Don't you know? Anybody who told you that kidnapping Mazen Bekano will bring total peace in Biafraland, that person is a liar. The only time that peace will return to Biafraland is when Mazen Bekano is released. That is it. Simple mathematics, simple arithmetic. It doesn't require too much stress to know. You can't kidnap Mazen Bekano and expect peace to be Biafraland to be at peace. Who does that? You can't expect peace. peace to be in Biafraland when Onye Ndumas and Kanu is being kept illegally in detention. It's not going to be possible. So anybody that is telling you to turn your back against Mazen Kanu, whether the person is a governor, whether the person is Ohaneze, whether the person is a senator, whether the person is an elder, whether the person is one of those in IPOB calling themselves whatever name they're calling themselves, know that that person is an enemy. Don't listen to that person. He's a deceiver. He's one of those who want Mazen Kanu to be killed in detention. They want him to die in detention. So, do not listen to them. Do not listen to those who will tell you to go about your businesses, that Mazen Kanu is going to come out. When? When is Mazen Kanu going to come out? Why is he inside? And you are telling us to go about our businesses, that he's going to come out. By who? Who is going to listen? Who is going to leave him? The only thing that is making you people to start to even keep talking about him is because we are sitting at home. And the same weapon you have is what you are fighting tooth and nail to take away from us. And you think we are going to fold our hands and allow you to take away this freedom, this weapon that we have. We are not going to allow you to take it away. We are going to hold it tight. We are not going to allow you to stop sit at home. Whoever you are, if you want sit at home to stop, go to Abuja. When you get to Abuja, go to Asorok, meet Tinubu, make him to see reason. Tell him that Mazen Kanu is innocent. Tell him that the only thing that will bring peace, lasting peace, back to the eastern region is that Mazen Kanu is released. Let Tinubu know that you have tried everything within your own power, you didn't succeed. Tell Tinubu the consequences that this sit at home is causing to your economy. Because it is not the economy of those you are going to steal their shop. It is your own economy. You and I know that you are not protecting the economy of those people, those traders. It's not their economy you are protesting. You are protecting your own economy. So because it's affecting your economy directly, the impact in your economy is negative and your economy is red, you are using the traders to fall back on. You are using them as an excuse. Is the traders the reason why your banks are not open today? Is the traders? Is the traders the reason why the government workers did not go to work today? Mba? Is the traders the reason why the buses from your state are not running? Those traders, you steal their shop. Are they the reason why there is no interstate movement today? I want Oba to answer this question and tell me where the traders has gone wrong. Oba, Mba, did you see customers queuing in those shops and they are telling you that we can't buy because the shop is not open? The answer to all these questions is no. The only thing that Uba is doing, he is trying to suppress, to intimidate the traders because he sees that these are the only people that he can deal with. He cannot go to the bank. He cannot. He could not even try it. He could not go to ordinary Spa or ShopRite, but he has the power to go and steal the shop of the traders. But I know that he is joking. I know that Oba is joking. He cannot do it. All he is doing is to show that he is working. But the truth is that Oba cannot do it. Oba cannot try it. Biafrans must continue to sit at home. Very, very important. We must continue to sit at home every Monday. And if there's any additional days, Biafrans will sit at home. Because until we get what we are looking for, we will not stop. After all, Bible says keep knocking and it shall be open for you. So we keep trying, we keep pushing, we keep knocking, we keep asking, we keep protesting until Nigerian government see reason with us. Until Nigerian government will see need. Until Nigerian government will recognize that Mazen can have rights to do what he is doing. That call for self-determination is not a crime. Mazen Kanu did not declare war against Nigerian government. Mazen Kanu did not kill any citizen of Nigeria. Mazen Kanu did not do anything against Nigerian government. The only thing that Mazen Kanu said is, let my people go. He called for referendum. He called for self-determination. It's a call for self-determination. It's not a crime. Even in their own constitution, self-determination is permitted. So why are you holding Mazen Kanu against the same rights that he has? It is his right to agitate. It is his right to call for self-determination. It is his right. So why are you now holding him after he exercised that which is his right? Why? So that those who are calling for the end of sit at home, the students' union, whatever your name is, use this voice. Call for this of Mazen Kanu. Call your governor. Tell him, my governor, I think the right thing to do is to free Mazen Kanu. Tell him that the right thing to do is to free Mazen Kanu. Let him call his president. Let him do it. Let him call those students, call all these traders, all these people that we saw walking on the street of Enugu State today. Let him call them. Let him call them together and ask them to protest for the release of Mazen Kanu. At least Biafrans will say, yes, indeed, we have somebody who is speaking for us. Not coming to destroy what we are doing. You cannot, when you know you can't succeed, you don't have the power. You don't have the power to do it. You know, Rich. You can't stop what you are doing. Biafran struggle is bigger than you. Mazen Kanu is bigger than you. Sit at home is bigger than you. So all you need to face why you were elected in first place. The reason why you were elected in first place is to do what you can do for Enugu State to become a better state. Fix the road, equip the hospital, repair those things that spoiled in Enugu State, upgrade the infrastructures, pay the workers, do all the things that you need to do, build schools, do everything necessary, bring development to the state. That is what you are asked to do, not to stop sit at home. Sit at home is not part of your job. So why are you so interested in sit at home? It's not part of your job. When you were being elected, there was no sit at home in one of the documents that you signed. So why are you so engrossed over sit at home? Why are you so attached to sit at home over sit at home? Why can't you go about doing your administrative works, doing what you are doing as a governor, to fix the state and make it a better place for the citizens of the country and for the indigenes of the state, so that they will be happy with you? After all, are they complaining that the sit at home is affecting their business? No, they are not complaining. You are the one who is complaining So why can't you come off it? Come off it. Do the job you were elected to do. Improve the lives of the citizens of your state. Improve their lives. Not coming to work and fight to stop sit at home. You are not elected in that place, in that office, to come and start selling the shops of those men who are struggling to feed their family. So, this is my message. This is a message I brought to this governor of Enugu State, because these men are so evil, wicked to their own people. They can decide to kill all their people in order for them to please their masters in the north. You cannot kill your people and your master will recognize you. No. Your master will never recognize you for killing your people. So, Mba, you must go and do something. Let me show you. Let me show Mba what he should be doing. Mba, listen to
one major priority area in the southeast, which I think will cool off a great deal of nerves, is for us to bring out Kanu, that gentleman. Pull him out. Stop this incarceration. I know some of his pronouncements or maybe lines of actions and so on were offensive to the Nigerian state, and there was a need maybe to take certain actions. But you see, the Nigeria itself is a family. That's my picture of Nigeria. When parts of the family feel offended, as a father, as parents, you sit the gentleman down, you sit the child down, and try to find out what are the problems. How do I help you? You don't like the Christmas shoe we bought for you? Okay, we'll get you a new one. Would that solve the problem? You don't like this meal? Can we fix another meal for you? Can we start talking with Kanu? Can we start talking with IPOP? Can we start talking with other groups? I think a conversation with some of these teams would go a long way in addressing the problem. We mustn't at all times apply the stick. Bring in some carrot at times. And let's see a carrot and stick diplomacy at play. Okay? We can do that. And I think if we do that, the Southeast, the situation in the Southeast will be highly doused, frankly speaking. All right? Further incarceration only make him more and more relevant, only heightened the heroship over him. He is a hero now, whether we want to accept it or not. And we made him the hero.
All right.
We have made him a hero in the Southeast. If he comes out now, he's wise. He can contest for governorship in any of the states. Nobody will be asking whether he's from that state in the Southeast.
Governor of Enugu State, Mba. You hear what this man said? This man did not say, stop sit at home. The man said, releasing Nnamdi Kanu will douse tension in Southeast. Like I was saying before now, this is the solution. Mba, I know that because of the hatred you have for your people, your thinking faculties cannot dictate this. But I am giving it to you for free. The only thing that will stop sit at home, the only thing that will douse tension in the southeastern Nigeria is that Nnamdi Kanu is released. This is what you, Mba, should be saying, not the other way around. Not using your fellow citizens, fellow indigenous to flex your muscle, going to seal their shops. No. You got it completely wrong there. It is not by sealing their shops, because that shop you are selling is not the reason why the sit-at-home is in place. The sit-at-home is in place because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is illegally being held in detention. This man is telling the Nigerian president he should pull Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. He should leave. He didn't say that Mazi Nnamdi committed crime. He said, though, some of his utterances may be offensive to the Nigerian government. They may be offended by it, but it's not. That doesn't mean that it is a crime. You can be offended because someone tells you the truth. You can be offended. You could say, no, I don't like the truth, so don't tell me the truth. You'll be offended. It will be offensive to you. That does not mean that the person commits any crime. This man, a solidated man, like I said, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a gentleman. Mba, have you ever in your wildest dream addressed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a gentleman? No, you haven't. Because you want to please your masters. You want to put yourself in the position of an enemy, so that your masters will say, yes, we have a slave here, a new slave in the house, who is ready to work. And indeed, you are ready to work. But one thing you forgot is that as you are fighting against Biafran spirit, you are fighting against yourself. You are fighting against your government. You are fighting against your family. You are fighting against everything that makes you human. Because Biafra is a spirit. You are a Biafran. Mba, you are a Biafran. You cannot deny that you are a Biafran. So what you should be doing, if you actually want peace, if you actually want the end to sit at home, you should join voice with this man. You should call the press in and tell them that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is free to go. Why is he still in DSS dungeon? You should call in the press. Let them interview you. Tell them that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be freed. He's not supposed to be in prison. He doesn't have any reason being there. Let them know, let Tinubu know that the only reason why sit at home is going on is because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is illegally being detained. That is what you should be doing. The same thing that this man is doing. The same thing. Let me also show you another man who is doing that.
What's your take concerning the position by the legal counsel to Nnamdi Mazi Kanu?
Well, Ejimako is one person that I have maximum respect for as per his doggedness. I did indicate to you that I've been a victim of injustice. And when I see one, even from a safe or far distance, I can recognize it. And I can tell you straight. I'm an Ogoni by ethnic extraction. You know the story of Kensara Wiwa. And I don't want to dabble into those who are behind the hanging of that man. I thank God because I can clearly, there's this thing I call beyond jurisprudence. Beyond the fanciful and cosmetic argument about the law, there is a superior law. There was an article that I read by one English professor. He said, every lawyer of experience knows that in any case, there is the plaintiff's truth, there is the defendant's truth, there is the witness truth, there is the judge's truth.
We cannot enter anybody's house to drag them out. Don't sit at home, come out. We cannot do it. We will be infringing on their fundamental human rights. They have freedom of choice. Ours is to make the environment conducive for those who want to come out and go about their businesses. We have a duty to protect them.
What's your take concerning the position by the legal counsel to Nnamdi Mazi Kanu?
Well, Ejimako is one person that I have maximum respect for as per his doggedness. I did indicate to you that I've been a victim of injustice. And when I see one, even from a safe or far distance, I can recognize it and I can tell you straight. I'm an Ogoni by ethnic extraction. You know the story of Kensal Wiwa. And I don't want to dabble into those who are behind the hanging of that man. I thank God because I can clearly, there's this thing I call beyond jurisprudence. Beyond the fanciful and cosmetic argument about the law, there is a superior law. There was an article that I read by one English professor. He said, every lawyer of experience knows that in any case, there is the plaintiff's truth, there is the defendant's truth, there is the witness truth, there is the judge's truth, and there is another truth which is only known to God. I used to call that the fifth truth. Now, I thank God for the courage that God gave to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to stand firm. Nigerians will recognize, I don't know how long he's going to live when he finally is released, when he has fulfilled his purpose. Because I've come to realize, I'm a lawyer. I'm a notary public of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. I'm also a creative storyteller. I believe very strongly that there is a particular purpose, core purpose, for why each of us is on this side of eternity. It gives me joy. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a driver of my spirit past discovering and standing by. If you know about the story of Mazi Nnamdi, who he was, professionally speaking, he's not a beggar. For him to come down, people will know that guy is going to be somebody that is going to be researched upon. Mark my word, just place it somewhere. It will happen in my lifetime. There are a lot of people, you know, when evil continue, it will continue to a level that almost everybody will now lose faith. And then let's give in and take it. That's why I'm very inspired by the spirit of somebody like Peter Obi. Whenever I see him, I see a sign of a new Nigeria that is coming up. You know, most people don't understand what we mean by extraordinary rendition. Nigeria brought itself to a pariah status globally and on the table of civilization by that singular act of collaborating with Kenya, right? Of collaborating with Kenya to extraordinary rendering Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to this country. As a lawyer, I can tell you for free. See how the Federal High Court was being manipulatively destroyed by the power that be. And the Attorney General is behind it. He is behind it. And I don't want to make certain comment about him. Because in the light of the second matter we handle, which is the issue of Ekuremadu, that matter reinforced in me that there is a power that is beyond the ordinary law. And I'm determined to invoke it against those who don't mean well for us. Do you understand it? So when you talk about rule of law touching this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I think she really pointed, drew me back. I think she knew this topic was going to come up. When I kind of digress, I wanted to talk about it. When it comes to rule of law, which I say the foundation is that it does not respect anybody, irrespective of your position. You don't choose what to obey. Because doing that is inviting anarchy. Because there's a way law works. Law is like two-edged sword. It may be pleasing you now, but behind the door, this closed door you are seeing, behind it, as we get there, this thing will turn.
That is a fellow Biafran from Ogoni land speaking. He's not an Igbo Biafran, but he is doing what Mba and all the Igbo politicians could not do. You heard him clearly. He was not talking about how to stop it at home. That was not the reason why he's there. He is not calling for those who impose or who order for it at home to be killed. he reminded Nigeria of their court judgment, which is what every sane son of Biafra should be doing. That is what Oba is expected to be doing. That is what all of them that call themselves governors in the Biafran territory should be doing. Not fighting to stop it at home. Let me ask, if we stop it at home as a means of protest, what do we have left? Because we have come on the street to protest a few months back. We were mowed down, killed in cold blood. We have gone to court, we are in court. We got victory in court. The outcome was in our favor, in the favor of Mazam Bekano. It was not obeyed. Mazam Bekano has court orders that he should be released. He's not released. He is still there in DSS dungeon, in solitary confinement, up to date. Now, you that is asking us, Governor of Enugu State, that is asking us to also leave, stop sitting at home every Monday in protest. What are you bringing to the table? That is exactly what I don't want anybody. I don't want you to tell me that we are negotiating with Abuja. We are going to talk with Tinubu to release Mazen. No. We don't want that. Because remember, the late Mbazulika Mechi told asked Buhari to do this for him before he died. He should release Mazen Kanu for him. Let it be the last thing that he can do for him. Buhari didn't do it. Ezife, what is his name again? Okwadike has done everything in his own power. Nobody listened to him. Nigerian government did not listen to him. So now I want to ask him back. With all this put into consideration, we agree that we're going to stop this at home. What are you bringing on the table? Just come on the social media and tell Biafrans, this is what I am bringing on the table. Let it be something that has not been done, because we have done virtually everything. I mentioned but few to you. Amongst all these things, none is working. The only thing that is working is still at home. That is the only thing that is working. And we hold it so tight that we are not going to let go. We are not going to let go. Biafrans will hold on to sit at home, because that is the only thing that we have until somebody brings something on the table that will make us to leave sit at home. But until then, sit at home continues. Sit at home continues. I am coming to the end of this program. As it is the custom in this page, I'm going to pray in the language of heaven. Ana m ebute Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-asị gị Chukwu Okike chebere anyị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Onwe ihe ọzọ ndị iro na-achọ ndị otu Mba Ifeanyi Ụba na ndị otu ha Hope Uzodimma. Onwe ihe ọzọ ha na-achọ, ihe bụ obi ha, ihe ga-enye ha obi ụtọ bụ na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nwụrụ n'ime. Ma Chukwu Okike, ọ gị bụ onye kpọta kere Maazị Nnamdi Kanu wee sị ya na ihe ị na-eke ịchị ka ọ bịa mee n'ụwa bụ gịnị? ọ ka ọ bịa mee ka ọ bịa nye aka ka Biafra bịa ruo mgbe Biafra ga-abịa onweghị ga-eme Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ihe ọbụla bụ atụmatụ ọbụla ndị iro na-atụ ọfọ anyị na-aga ọbụla ha gbuo n'iru ha ga-ebute ihe ọjọọ, ha gbuo n'azụ ebute ihe ọjọọ. Onye ọbụla na-achụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu sị na ọ egburu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, ọ bụla Maazị Nnamdi Kanu anwụrọ na ya agaghị ezu ike. Onye dị otu a ndụ agaghị afọrọ ya, maka na ọ bịara ga-egbu m gbuo onwe ya, ọ bụrụ ajọ ọgwụ ka ọ bụ. Anyị sị ọ bịara igbu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ji egwu ya gbuo onwe ya, maka osisi ọbụla fụrụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-atụ nkwe osisi ahụ ga-agbachi. Onye fụkwa n'isi Maazị Nnamdi Kanu si na isi Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ji mma iji achụ aja, isi ya na isi ezinụlọ ya ka eji wee chụọ aja gwụọ arụ. Ihe anyị na-ayọ n'isi Maazị Nnamdi Kanu bụ ka arụ isi ike dịrị ya, ka ogologo ndụ dịrị ya, ka ọ nọchaa ebe ahụ ọ nọ si n'ime pụta n'udo na arụ isi ike. Chukwu okike abịa ihe ọbụla bụ ihe a na-enye ya ọ na-eri, ma nke ọ na-eri eri ma nke ọ na-aṅụ aṅụ, bụ ihe ga na-edozi ya arụ. Onye ọbụla si na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu agaghị adị ndụ si n'ime pụta, ọ gaghị adị ndụ fụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ụbọchị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta. And Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ga-esi n'ime pụta, maka na Chukwu okike abịa ma ọ gị kpọrọ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, gị si ya nọrọ ebe ọ nọ, gị nyere ya ike, gị nyere ya ume, ị ga-agba ya ume, ị ga-enye ya ike, ị ga-anọgide ya, ị ga-enyekwa ya ndụ. Ihe anyị na-achọ bụ Biafra. Anyị na-achọ ihe abụrọ nke anyị, maka na anyị kwụ n'ebe bere ugo ebere nke si bụ ebere nkwukwa ya. Anyị si ọ dịrị nwoke mma, ọ dịrị nwaanyị mma. Ụkwa mịara m, ọ mịara nwunye di m, maka na ụmụnna nwezuo akụ iro na-asị ya na ọhịa. Anyị si ya dịrị ndị Hausa mma, dịrị ndị Fulani mma, dịrị ndị Yoruba mma, dịrị ndị Igbo mma, dịrị ndị Biafra niile mma. Ọhịa anyị na-ayọ, ọhịa anyị na-achọ, ọhịa anyị na-ekwu okwu ya. Chukwu okike ihe anyị na-achọ ka anyị ga-enweta. Anyị ga-adị ndụ fụ Biafra. N'iru anyị ka Biafra ga-eme, ọ bụrụ n'azụ anyị. Ihe ọma niile ga-ezo Biafra bịa, anyị ga-enwetacha ya. Ihe akụ ihe nwere ka nna ya n'isi onye ọbụla na-agba mbọ ịfụ na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu n'imepụta. Ihe akụ ihe nwere ka nna ya n'isi onye ọbụla na-agba mbọ ịfụ na IPOB na-aga n'iru, ịfụ na Biafra na-aga n'iru, na nnwere onwe anyị na-ayọ na anyị ga-enweta ya. Onye ọbụla na-agba mbọ n'ụzọ dị otu a, ọ ga-adị ndụ fụ Biafra. Ndị ọbụla bụ ndị ọjọọ n'etiti anyị, Chukwu okike abịa ma wepụ ha. Anyị asịrị gị wepụ ha, wepụ ha, dowe ha n'ebe ọzọ, napụ ha ndụ, maka na e kwesịrị ịdị ndụ. Ndị dị otu a ụmụ ajọ mmụọ. Anyị na-asị na mmụọ niile nọ n'ala Igbo ga-ebinye ugbu a jegba Nnamdi Kanu okirikiri. Mmụọ niile Igbo ji eje ozi, mmụọ niile ala Igbo ji arụ ọrụ, ndị dị n'elu, ndị dị n'ala, ndị dị na mmiri, ebe ọ bụla mmụọ ndị a dị, ha ga-ebinye ugbu a jekpọpụta Maazị Nnamdi Kanu n'ime. Sadịrị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu mma na Eke na Orie na Afọ na Nkwọ, afọ na izu na-anọ Igbo ji eme ọnụ, ọ ga-adịrị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu n'ime. Onye ọbụla na-achụ ya agaghị afọ ya na Eke, ọ gaghị afọ ya na Orie, ọ gaghị afọ ya na Afọ, ọ gaghị afọ ya na Nkwọ. Ọ ga-adịrị ya na mma. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ijecha ya anata, maka na isi nwa eze adịghị efu na mba. Ejighị isi nwa dibịa eme mgbọrọgwụ, ọ dịghị pọsịbụl. Ọ nke a ka m kwuru sị na Chukwu okike abịa ma ga-emezu ya. Ise. Fellow Biafrans, I thank you for joining me in this program this evening. I appreciate your time. I appreciate everything that you have done, the share, the likes. I thank you for always coming around, Biafrans. And those who will come to watch this program later on, I want you to share the program and also like it so that other people may join to watch. I thank you once again, fellow Biafrans, for joining me in this program. I pray that the spirit of Chukwu Okeabiama will continue to remain with you all, because what we are doing is the right thing. So you are blessed. I wish you all the best. I come your way.
Iwe were iwe gị n'ọnụma gị wee bịa leta anyị. Ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị. Ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ. Nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ, wee na-ata ikikere eze. Nwaanyị kunie ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ. Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị niile n'iyi. Okwu ebepụ ya isi. Anyị bụ ka anyị kpọpụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo. Ihe ọbụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha sị na ka ha gaa n'ihu. Elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ. Anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị. Anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile. Ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ. Anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka kpọchie. Anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị. Onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wepụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị. Akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke. Akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza. Akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu. Akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke. Akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom. Akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizoba. Nna nke dị nsọ, onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye obi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị. Bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị. Bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ajọ ihe. Bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ. Bịa ka iwe tịtụ ozu. Ọ bụ ọkọwa memilere Goliath. Chineke nna nke igwe wee memiri Fero. Sikwa otu a mee ka Fero gbagụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị IPOB ka o wee taa akọkọ ikuni ọtọ ọzọ. Ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume. Ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ. Ọ bụ gị nwa bụ ekekere n'igwe n'ụwa, onye ọbụla kere gị, nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ. Kama anyị onwe anyị gwa anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie. Kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide ego mgbe ebighị ebi. Ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi. Anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ, bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ. Bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe. Bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị. Bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa. Ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu Okeabiama.